Turning now to politics, it's been a week since former President Donald Trump announced he was the target of the special counsel's investigation into 2020 election interference. The grand jury in the case not meeting today to vote. But despite a possible looming third indictment, the former president hitting the campaign trail, arriving today in New Orleans as he touched down. Here's what he had to say to NBC News about the investigation.
President Trump, are you concerned about your own people testifying before the special counsel?
Thank you very much. No, we're innocent. We're totally innocent. We have a bunch of crooked people running this country. They're dishonest, and they're crooked people running this country.
And NBC News correspondent Vaughn Hillyard is there and joins us now. Vaughn, what are we expecting from the former president as he campaigns with possibly a looming indictment?
Right, Ellison, let's be clear. Donald Trump has not run away from the first and second indictment, and there is no indication that he is going to go into a cave if, in fact, he is charged and sees this third indictment come. For Donald Trump, this is as much about the legal defense as it is about his political offense. You'll recall when he announced this 2024 presidential bid all the way back in November, that is what led Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, to appoint Special Counsel Jack Smith to go and oversee this case there. And ever since then, Donald Trump has been on the attack against the investigation into him. And that is where you see him today, coming in for a fundraiser here in New Orleans. He will then campaign in Iowa on Friday before making his way to Erie, Pennsylvania on Saturday for a campaign rally. For Donald Trump, this is as much about mobilizing the masses to come to his defense as it is about waging ultimately what will play out in the court of law.
And Vaughn, I want to ask you about the video Trump's campaign posted online of him asking Congress to investigate the election interference probe. This is not the first time he has done something like that. Trump made a similar request around his New York indictment, and House Republicans listened and pursued testimony from Alvin Bragg and the New York City's DA's office. Do we expect Republicans to keep defending the former president while he deals with a third potential indictment?
Elson, if the past is any indication, the answer would be yes. And Speaker Kevin McCarthy, has remained a close ally of Donald Trump's. And look, when you look at the polling, right now, Donald Trump, he has really cemented this lead. In state polling, national polling, he is anywhere from 20 to 40 points ahead among his rivals. And we're less than 6 months away from the Iowa caucus here. So if Donald Trump were to be elected in 2024 back to the White House, these very Republicans, especially in the U.S. House, but also in the Senate, they would have to look at him as the partner. And Donald Trump has never hidden the fact that he views loyalty as very important to him. And that is where you saw him, not only in the fundraising email to the millions of Americans, but also a direct call out to those Republican members of Congress to come to his defense, because for Donald Trump, he has relied on them over the last 8 years. And every indication is that he's going to be relying on them in the weeks ahead.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.